Welcome back. 15 days before the G20 summit in Bali, enthusiasm for state leaders to attend is very high. Besides attending the G20 summit, the state leaders also conduct a number of bilateral meeting sessions with fellow state leaders attendees.
Indonesia's Foreign Minister Retno Marsudi said that a large number of G20 member state leaders have committed to attend the G20 summit in Bali, Indonesia, which will commence between November 15 and 16. The state leaders in attendance are scheduled to arrive in Bali on the 13th of November. The enthusiasm of the state leaders are evident by the high level of bilateral meeting requests with the delegations. With as little as 20 agendas of bilateral meetings scheduled to be facilitated by Indonesia as G20's official host country this year. The UK's Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, alongside Italy's President Sergio Mattarella and other G20 state leaders, are confirmed to attend the summit. Meanwhile, preparations for the G20 summit and its subsidiary events are also ready.
Bahwa per saat ini tingkat kehadiran para pemimpin sangat tinggi. Sebelum menghadap Bapak Presiden, kita juga mendapatkan konfirmasi kehadiran dari dua pemimpin G20 yang baru, yaitu PM Inggris dan juga dari Italia. Baru saja masuk dan sudah saya laporkan kepada Bapak Presiden. Kalau dilihat dari jadwal kedatangan para pemimpin sudah akan mulai terjadi tanggal 13 November.
Meanwhile, the China Harbor Engineering Company Limited on Monday handed over Nigeria's first deep sea port to the government after the completion of the huge maritime project in the country's economic hub city of Lagos.
Completion ceremony of Lekki port, which took place at the Lekki area site in Lagos State, brought together dignitaries and stakeholders from Nigeria and China, as well as their international partners. In his address, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu expressed his gratitude to the Chinese government for its support to Nigeria's infrastructure and praised Chinese enterprises for completing the project construction efficiently and on schedule. In addition, the construction of the port commenced in June 2020. Is designed to handle 1.2 million standard containers annually. So Nigeria now, through this maritime road, can build with the Chinese Belt and Road Initiative. The new port has 2 container berths, which can berth the world's largest Panamax cargo ship. Hong Kong's top leader pitched Hong Kong as a unique link to the rest of China at a high-profile investment summit on Wednesday.
About 200 global financial executives gathered to network and discuss issues such as global risk and sustainable finance at Hong Kong's first major conference since the city lifted COVID-19 quarantine restrictions. And at the event, China's central bank governor Yi Gang says that inflation remains subdued at under 3% compared with 8% or more in many Western economies, and the country's economic and reform policies will continue. Such comments appear to be meant to counter worries that flared following a Communist Party Congress last month, where leader Xi Jinping was awarded an unprecedented third 5-year term, and key reformers were excluded from top ruling party leadership. China's economy grew at 3.9% annual pace in the last quarter compared to a year earlier, well below an official target of more than 5%. And the vital real estate sector has languished as regulators have sought to curb debt mounting toward unsustainable levels.
Hong Kong remains the only place in the world where the global advantage and the China advantage come together in a single city. This unique convergence makes Hong Kong the irreplaceable connection between the mainland and the rest of the world. As the center of economic gravity in the world shifts eastward, the mainland, along with fast-growing economies throughout the region, will be a major engine of global growth and an abundant source of economic opportunities. Hong Kong is perfectly positioned to reap the enormous benefits of this irreversible trend.